Hello you guys, welcome back to channel Claire. I hope that you guys are doing well wherever you are. I feel like it's been a while since I've been on here. Shit has been like this. All types of stuff going on. Thoughts, relationships, my apartment. It's so much. But I am doing well and I'm doing okay. And there have been people via Twitter who have like reached out, just trying to make sure I'm okay and make sure I'm good, because in my last video I said I needed a good cry, but sometimes you really do just need to get it out. You just need a good cry, get it out, and then you can reset. And I just felt like I had a whole bunch of overwhelming feelings at that time, and I'm out in the woods and it was beautiful and it's just sometimes you get in a moment where you just feel overcome with emotion, really. And there's just so much changing with my life and transitions and stuff, and I'll maybe make a video about that if anyone's interested. But today I wanted to get on here and chat. I didn't know what I wanted to chat about, but I knew I wanted to run my mouth. But I don't really have a topic per se, so mainly this is gonna be me just going through my Twitter and seeing what's up, seeing what the tea of the day is, which a lot of it is most likely going to be about the Queen's wedding, because I'm seeing a lot of that. But I'm just I want to know what the 411 is. What's the tea? What's going on? And I'm gonna toke before I do. Oh man, okay, yeah. I'm gonna toke before I do. I'm oh, my weed guy moved out of the building, so that's a whole thing, because him and his girl are on good terms. And I'm damn, what is going on? And I read somewhere on Twitter there's 9 planets in retrograde or some foolishness. And I'm oh, maybe that's why all of this is happening. I'm feeling real ran the fuck over, but it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. Everyone's gonna be alright. And we're just gonna keep pushing it. That's all I can do. Do I want to crawl up in a ball and just say F it all? Yeah. But I'm not going to do that, because I'm a grown-ass woman and I need to get my shit together. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm thinking I'm going to be 30 in 6 months. And I'm just oh my God. 30. What am I going to do for my 30th? I feel like I need to do something, But anyway, enough about me. Let me pack this bowl. Please, if you partake, go ahead and toke with me. God, I love just scrolling on Twitter and looking at all the foolishness, because people are hilarious, but people are really whacked the fuck out. And I'm just well, I'm whacked the fuck out too, but I don't put all my business on Twitter like some people do, but whatever floats your boat, whatever works for you. Let me go ahead, hold on, try to do this off camera. All right. I don't even know if this is true, but let me know, because I heard back in college, they were always when I first started smoking, I literally didn't touch anything, alcohol, weed, shit, until I got to college and lost my effing mind. But I always remember them saying hold it, hold it, hold it, it'll get you higher. And ever since then I've done that. Does it get you higher? I don't know, but I just do it. I hold it as much as I fucking can, and then I'll blow that shit out, because I want to get the highest of high. But there's a lot going on, and I first kind of wanted to talk about, before getting into royal family stuff and whatnot, I wanted to talk about how happy I am to have seen, if you guys have not seen the trailer yet, check it out. It's everywhere. I don't know how you haven't, but the trailer for the new Little Mermaid, absolutely stunning. She looks gorgeous. Watching the trailer, it's a whole other thing. And a lot of people or don't understand why it's a big deal. And then there's other people saying, oh, she's a Little Mermaid, she's not supposed to be black, this, that, and other. shut the fuck up. Like, this is a made-up fictional character. What do you mean she can't be black? Like, let's go down the list of historical figures that were black and have been played by other races. Like, it happens all the time. Like, you can be an elf, you could be any fucking centaur, you could be whatever goddamn mystical fucking creature you want to fucking be. It doesn't matter what race it is. You're literally a fictional character. So really, when I'm looking on TikTok and I'm seeing these little girls and they're watching these trailers of The Little Mermaid and she's singing, she looks beautiful. She looks absolutely beautiful and she sounds amazing. And it's a big deal. It's a big deal. I don't think people realize why it's a big deal, you know? And it's a big deal because of representation, quite honestly. Like, let's think about it. Let's like talk about it honestly. Black princesses in Disney. We have Tiana. Beautiful, loved the movie, but let's be real. Let's be real. She was a frog for part of like pretty much the majority of the movie. And then, you know, we have Little Mermaid now who is half fish. So we don't have like one of those traditional like Disney princesses. And for me, I love Disney. I've been to Disney probably like 6 times, been on the Disney cruise. Like, I still listen to Disney soundtracks because I honestly think Disney has, their film scores are amazing. Like Pocahontas, come on. I was gonna say Prince of Egypt, but I think that's DreamWorks. I don't think Disney is related, but that's another soundtrack that is just like off the chain. Like Lion King, like Beauty and the Beast, like fucking the Notre Dame movies. Like, come on, like beautiful music. But I just feel like it would be cool to have a traditional black princess. We have The Little Mermaid now. People are taking issue with it. I don't really understand it. It really comes off as you are, you know what? Because why does it matter? But I think she's going to do a great job. I will be buying my tickets. I will be there to support. She sounds amazing. And I just think that it's something that people need to realize is a big deal. Because here in 2022, this is only our second black princess via Disney in 2022. Like, it's madness. So I just wanted to touch on that because it's just like this little girl here, she's like, I think she's brown. Like, is she Ariel? Like, is she hit that B note? Ugh, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's I literally cannot wait. I can't fucking wait. So I wanted to start off on a positive note before I went into this royal family stuff. And it's a fucking circus. It's a circus out here on Twitter and the media and this reporting on Meghan and Harry and Catherine. Well, I don't want to be disrespectful. The Prince and Princess of Wales. Now we have King Charles III, who has been seen having tantrums not once, but twice as of today. But it just kind of makes me think, especially looking at this latest one that I literally just saw. It just makes me think all the shit Meghan gets, all the talking that they say, oh, she's so horrible, she treated the staff wrong, she did all this, she did all that. We saw a video of King Charles gritting his teeth, pushing like an ink thing over. Okay, and in this latest video we see him getting upset, and I'm like, who allowed this to happen and who allowed this to get out? And I think there's a CBS trademark up there, but who allowed this to get out? Like, it was apparently, this is for, let me make sure I get it right. What was this for? I think it was the signing of something. He was signing something about Ireland. Okay, so and I'm just like, who let this get out? Because honestly, it kind of makes him look bad, like he's losing his shit. I understand while at the same time, I understand he just lost his mother. He is now the king of England. Like, that's a fucking lot. And you got all this pomp and circumstance, a 10-day fucking ordeal to bury your mother. And it's a fucking lot. I get that. I completely get that. I would be off my goddamn rocker. I could not. I would not be in public, first of all, but because they have this job, it's what they have to do. So I'm just saying, of all that fucking talk about Meghan, y'all, all the shit that they are spewing up and down my effing fucking timeline, non-fucking stop, these people are obsessed. They're fucking obsessed, okay? It's non-stop. There is not a minute in this day, in the world, that Meghan is not coming out of somebody's fucking mouth. That is power. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. That is power. That is intrigue. That is capturing people's attention, and to the point where they can't look away. They're willing to say the vilest of things online, and purely out of hate for this woman, in which I really don't see, like, it kind of comes off as like a jealous thing. It's like, are you mad that she was able to make it to where she made it? And you just feel like because of who she is, she shouldn't have made it there, and like you think it should be you? That's what it feels like to me, because my fucking God, if there was a video of Meghan Markle doing what I'm about to just fucking show you over a goddamn fucking pen, regardless of who the fucking, it was, you know, directed towards. And regardless of the fact that maybe she just fucking lost somebody, do you know that the internet would literally melt down? It would melt the fuck down. Okay? So this is the fucking video, and it's okay because King Charles, you know, is stressed, and he just lost his mother, and he just became king. But just think about it if it was on the flip side. Is that fair? So this is him, and quite honestly, Camilla looks embarrassed, and she looked embarrassed the first time. I'm gonna see if I can find that one too, just in case you haven't seen it. So this is them. He's signing something, and apparently he is just fucking over it. He is over it. He's like, if I have to sign one goddamn, if I gotta sign one more fucking piece of paper, I'm gonna lose it. He's gonna lose it. Somebody needs to sit him down and be like, look, I don't know if you're really, if it's processing, you're probably still in shock. There's a lot going on. Yes, I know. But you are now the King of England, okay? And we're on thin ice. There's a lot of people out there, like I've seen, who are of the British public, who are on the other side of this thing and feel like the monarchy should not be what it is. That it's just a bunch of, you know, taxpayers paying for these people who were born into this old tradition to pay for them to live in this lavish way. Is that fair? Is that fair? Like, yes, we have a president and we have a first lady, but like, and we have a White House, but it's, I don't feel like it's nearly on the level it is as this royal family shit. It's just not. What is that noise? Do y'all hear that? What is that noise? Is it outside? Hold on, I gotta go see what that is. What the hell? Okay, we're good. That was outside. I thought something was going on in my apartment because we've had the fucking AC go out, the lights go out in the bathroom, our sink fucking start leaking, all within like days of each other. So I thought it was something else that has broken down in this place. It's crazy. We've been in here for 2 years. 2 years, have perfectly fine, nothing happening, and now all of a sudden all this shit is just fucking up. But anyway, but that's gonna be annoying in the background. I gotta check this to see how loud this is for you guys. Okay, we're back in business. No more vacuuming. So as I was saying, Charles getting a little frustrated, a little testy, a little peeved. So here he goes. And watch Camilla. Just watch her.
I'm just sorry, but is it September 12th? 13th, sir.
Oh God. And his accent is so thick. Well, I gotta even probably turn this up so that it will translate. His accent is so thick, but he doesn't know what date it is. He's been put in the 12th. And they're like, it's the 13th, sir. And he's like, oh shit, I put the... And then the guy says, not helping anything, he was like, well, you put the 12th earlier too. Why be petty like that? You knew he was on camera. But in all seriousness, like, while it is funny, who doesn't forget what day it is? And the guy is going through a lot. He's had days of signing shit, which he's clearly frustrated with. His mother just passed. He's king. That's a lot. So I don't blame him for not knowing what fucking day it is at all.
13. Yes, sir. You sound 12.
Melissa is going everywhere. Oh Lord! He said I can't bear this bloody thing. Testy. And Camilla's just like, Lord, if I could be a fly on the wall in Camilla and King Charles' bedroom, if I could be a fly on the wall, I want to be a fly on the wall in the Prince and Prince of Wales' bedroom. But if I could be a fly on the wall, honey, this is them in public. This is them in public. You are not supposed to be letting your dysfunction show like that. You're supposed to have your dysfunction in private at home behind closed doors. But like, I can see how people are like, oh, you know, and this is your king now, and this, that, and another. And it's like, you know, the man's old as hell. He's irritated as fuck. Like, clearly, it's a lot going on. But I do feel like if this were Meghan, she would be ripped to fucking shreds, even worse than what we've been seeing now. Even worse, if that's even possible at this point. Like, they're making up all types of shit. And as far as like the king and like freedom of speech, there are people who were at like the procession of the Queen's casket who were like shouting out and yelling things and holding up signs, and like they would get taken down by the police. Like, you can't do that shit. Like, you can't talk about the king. Like, you can go to a rally here and you can say whatever the fuck you want to say. I'm pretty sure you can't get, like, who knows, maybe you can. Maybe you can here. I don't know, but I've seen a lot of protests with signs and shit like that talking about people, and like they're not getting arrested for it. So I don't know, but it's just like, damn. Because someone had a sign up saying, you're not my king, this is not my king, and he got yanked the fuck out of, let me see if I can find it. He got yanked the fuck out. They yanked his ass so quick. I was like, oh my god. Oh my goodness. They yanked him out. Hold on, let me find it.
They must know.
We started with the...
Yes, here we go.
This really is the beginning of that long procession. We started with the...
Watch him.
Transfer of the coffin from Balmoral to...
Watch him. He is speaking his truth, yelling right in their faces. And there they go. They got him. Oh, oh, they yanked his ass. They yanked his ass. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. So like, it's serious. And I guess it's because like, look, the queen just died. You need to respect her. Like, what is going on with this thing? The queen just died. You need to respect her. Nobody wants all of this rigmarole going on at the funeral. I get it, but like, damn, for him to be yanked out like that was a little bit much, in my opinion. And it was only 6 planets in retrograde, not 9, by the way. My bad. Also, I just wanted to touch on Meghan a little bit more. Just a little bit. Just a little bit, because she's everywhere. Oh, and this is the person with the sign being pulled away, surrounded by the popo. not my king. It's not okay they're doing it, I guess. They are not fucking having it. Look! Gone. She's walking. And she got a police escort out. She said, I'm gonna hold this sign all the way the fuck through. You gonna see my sign. This is how I feel. And people feel like they're in Britain. So of course here in the US, people are gonna feel the same way about, I guess, the royal family. But a lot of people here in the US really like Meghan Markle. I think the majority. In the UK, not so much. And even just her arriving to, like, she's in these cars. Of course, they have pictures of everybody. They're in the cars, arriving to Buckingham Palace with the Queen's coffin and stuff. We see Kate and we see William looking very somber and serious. Like, Kate looks there's a lot behind those eyes. Like, I wish I could read her thoughts. Like, there's a lot going on there. I'm just fucking saying. Like, she looks like she has the weight of the world on her shoulders, kinda. She kinda does. And then we have Meghan and we have Harry arriving. And so, of course, the people are like, she's so bronze. She's so bronze. I don't understand why she's so dark. But yet, oh, it's not about race. Please. Fucking please. And of course, Harry's gray suit has to say, damn, she looks all pissy. Harry's gray suit is a hater account, a very much hater account. And if you guys see me, I just want to disclaimer, if you guys follow me on Twitter, if you see me like something that you think is like off, it's likely because I'm liking it to just save it so I can come back, maybe talk about it later. Not that I agree with it. It's kind of just like a bookmark. But not that people really follow me on Twitter, but if you do want to follow me on Twitter, it's at Channel Claire YT. That's my Twitter thing. So yeah. Oh my god, I've always loved her in this dress. Always loved her in that dress. Good gracious. What are they talking about? But yeah, there's stuff going on with Nicki and Cardi, Little Kim. Oh my god. Ray J just released receipts about Kim K, and Kris Jenner orchestrating the whole sex tape shit, which we already fucking knew. Like, that's drama. Like, Trisha Paytas still hasn't had her baby, so it's not the Queen's reincarnated child. So that's not going on. She's still pregnant, she said. I just saw that today. But yeah, there's a lot going on, you guys. And I got a lot going on. But I just want, ooh. Oh. Jennifer Coolidge is so effing funny. The Emmys was last night. Britney is being canceled. Lord, Britney Spears is being canceled, y'all. God, let me see if I can go on. Let me see. I'll go on IG and see if the post is still up. Hold on. Let me see. Britney Spears has been canceled. Is this it? Okay, so she posted a response. She posted a response. So we'll go over that too. Okay, so she kept the post up. She kept the post up. So, all right. Britney, as we know, loves Twitter. She loves her quotes that she takes off of Pinterest and she just puts it up there, you know? And I feel that Britney is like, let's face it, she was in a conservatorship for 13 years where they didn't allow her to do shit for herself. So she really does have to be reacclimated back into the real world. And that's gonna take some fucking time. Imagine being controlled in every way fucking possible, down to like not being able to birth your own fucking child, drive a car. And apparently she was told what to eat and everything like that. So like, then all of that is taken away, which is awesome, but now you have to function like a real fucking person, a real human being, and she's big on social media. So this is the post that people have seen, you know, have had issue with. It says here, I'll show you guys. So this is the post. This is her little Pinterest little quote. It says, "I found there was only one way to look thin, hang out with fat people. Rodney Dangerfield." So upon reading that quote, I don't like that quote. I think that's kind of fucked up, which is why people are upset. But her caption under this says, "I wish I could have chosen the nannies for my children, my dancers. I mean, if I had Christina Aguilera's dancers, I would have looked extremely small. I mean, Jesus. I mean, why not talk about it? Don't you think my confidence would have been a bit better if I could choose where I lived, ate, whom I called on the phone, dated, and who was on stage with me? It's hard sometimes. Now I see how much of my womanhood was stripped away at that time, and every person sat back and didn't say a thing. Anyways, I'll be here talking about things people never talk about. Eye rolls emoji." So immediately, I do not agree with her post at all. It does seem like she is fat shaming Christina Aguilera's dancers. Let's keep it fucking real. That's how it came off. Was that in her intention? I'm sure it was not. I don't think Britney has a mean bone in her body. I think that Britney is a pop star, was the pop star of the fucking world, which means the pressure to be literally fucking perfect in every way conceivable is overwhelming. That is all she fucking knew. And so while she had her career doing all of that, she also was in a conservatorship where she was told what to eat, drink, whatever. Okay, so body image and, you know, all that is very something that she is at the forefront of her mind. She's always in the gym. We have seen those posts of her twirling around, turn around, turn around. So I'm not saying that I agree with this. I think it's completely wrong. I don't like the way it came off. I think it's fucked up, but I don't think that that was Britney's intention. But apparently, I was watching Sebastian Soto. Apparently, people have unfollowed her. Like, people who went to her wedding, like AKA Drew Barrymore, Donatella Versace, like they unfollowed her because of these comments. So, someone said, "Whoa." And then I'm reading the comments now. Someone said, "Whoa." And then someone said, "Christina's backup dancers seeing this," like wide eye emojis. Someone said, "Oop, this is far from cool, Brit." Someone said, "Love Brit, but this was in bad taste. Body shaming to make yourself feel better is not where it's at." And it's not. It's wrong. Someone said, "Damn, Queen, no." And then someone says, "I'm so disappointed." So everyone's like, what the fuck is going on immediately? Like immediately. So that was a day ago. So she posted a response 3 hours ago. This is what she says. "By no means was I being critical of Christina's beautiful body. It is what it is. I flew to see her show." Hold up, wait, Britney. It is what it is. By no means was I being critical of Christina's beautiful body. It is what it is. Okay, let's read more. Let's read more. "I flew to see her show once, and the main thing I noticed was the difference of our people on stage. By no means..." Oh, Lord, Britney. Okay. She's trying. She's fucking trying, but she's a little bit still being a little... Like, does it not sound like she's saying, like, I went to a show, like, Christina's beautiful, her body is beautiful, it is what it is, and then saying I went to her show and I noticed the difference of her dancers. Okay, let me continue. "By no means did I even mention Christina. Look at my post. I was inspired by her show, and she is a beautiful woman of power. Thank you," and she added Christina, "for inspiring me. To be honest, I'm not trying to be critical of anybody. What I posted is a projection of the insecurities I deal with all the time as a result of how my parents and the media have treated me. I would never intentionally body shame anybody because I know what it feels like. I struggle with this because of how I feel about myself, not because I hate how anybody looks. I feel like my family knew I was insecure, and people were trying to purposely feed into this insecurity by not letting me have a choice, and the people who were on stage with me. I appreciate you all for being understanding with me as I figure out this new life I'm living. And that's exactly right, because it is a new fucking life. It's a new life. And then I'm reading the comments now. People are saying, yes, Britney, spread the love. She said, someone said, love the transparency. Someone said, but Britney, the quote on the photo is really wrong still. Mother forever, I'm with you, I love you. Don't worry, Britney, the true fans know you didn't mean any harm in that post. We get it, B, love you. So like now it's kind of like people are understanding where she was coming from, but like Britney is so funny. She literally texts and writes how she thinks. Like, it's so interesting, and I kind of love it, honestly. It's just raw. It's just fucking real. It is what it is. It's Britney, bitch. Like it or not. She even says it herself, if you don't like what I'm posting, don't fucking watch. It's as simple as that. Unfollow me. Yeah, these people are fucking haters. They hate Megan with every fiber in their being. Imagine spending so much of your time spewing hate for somebody and not think that that's just gonna turn around and come back on you in some way. Imagine. People are ruthless and they don't think about how their words can affect others. Like, oh, that's what I wanted to watch. Because, oh, that's what I wanted to watch. Okay. One more thing before we get off of here. One more thing, because I watched part of it, but I wanted to save it so I can watch it here. Let me find it. I guess it would be, where would it be? Hold on, let me find it. I'll be back. Okay, so I found this. So Callie Kiera on Twitter tweeted this to me, and I had not seen it. And it's kind of Prince Harry talking about his situation with Meghan and his feelings about it. It is 7 minutes long, so we'll see. I'm not trying to like bore you guys to death if you've gotten to this point in this video. I love you. Thank you. Okay, so here we go.
That was the start of a learning journey for me. I became aware that I'd been living in a bubble within this family, within this institution.
Yeah.
And I was sort of almost trapped in a thought process or mindset.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, that is a bubble. Being a royal, living in a palace, servants all around you, like, every need, want is taken care of. You don't have to do shit for yourself if you really didn't want to. Like, you literally were born into this situation. That's a bubble. And imagine this Callie girl coming in, American girl, actress, coming in and literally blowing his fucking mind. She's like, we don't do this here. I don't understand that. What's going on with this? And because she's questioning things, it was an issue.
Within the first 8 days of our relationship being made public was when it said Harry's girl almost straight out of Compton.
I remember that.
And that her exotic DNA will be thickening the royal blood.
Shoot, my phone is on 20%. I need to get my charger. Chaos. Okay, so I'm back and charging up. Here we go. Let me continue.
You get followed, photographed, chased, harassed.
Wow.
The clicking of cameras and the flashes of cameras makes my blood boil. It makes me angry. It takes me back to what happened to my mum, what I experienced when I was a kid.
He said the clicking of cameras makes his blood boil. It makes him sick. I mean, that is how his mom passed. They had the damn paparazzi fucking following them everywhere. You know? Like, that shit is scary. And turn around and see your wife going through the same fucking thing. And they're ruthless to her. Y'all can't sit up here and say that they aren't. Like, yes, I know that, and people want to say she made him, but he is a grown-ass man. He can make decisions for himself. He said himself he felt like he was living in a bubble. A bubble. And at the end of the day, he knew he was probably never going to be king. And who doesn't want their own identity? Who doesn't want their own thing? Who doesn't want their own life? Where's the compassion in that? To have someone be happy and live their life the way that they see fit. Whether you like the person or not, you're not with that person, you know? I just don't get the hate. It's like so vile.
It's not just traditional media, it's also social media platforms as well.
Yep, social media is horrible.
I felt completely helpless. I thought my family would help, but every single ask, request, warning, whatever it is, just got met with total silence or total neglect.
Okay, so I didn't recall hearing that out of his mouth like that. Like, they went to the royal family and every single request, ask, or whatever was met with silence. Silence. And that's similar to how they dealt with Diana. They all knew she had like an eating disorder and stuff. You think they asked her to get help and try to get her to see the right people and this, that, and other? It's sad. Like, that's out of his fucking mouth. And people want to be mad because he's speaking his truth. Because the fairy tale is not, you know, like, it's a royal family. Ooh, prince, princess, king, queen. The fairy tale is not so real. There's darkness there. The dark Grimm's fairy tales, it's fucking there. That's sad.
4 years trying to make it work. We did everything that we possibly could to stay there and carry on doing the role and doing the job. But
everything they possibly could.
I think people have seen the photograph of us, you know, squeezing each other's hands as we walked into the Royal Albert Hall in London for a charity event. She was 6 months pregnant at the time. What perhaps people don't understand is earlier that evening, Meghan decided to share with me the suicidal thoughts and the practicalities of how she was going to end her life.
Damn. So she legit, like, probably told him the plan of how she was going to fucking do it. Imagine your fucking loved one, your spouse, coming to you telling you how they about to fucking kill theyself. And then people want to just turn around and call it dramatics. She just wanted attention. But as soon as someone ups and does that shit, it's all like, oh, prayers for so-and-so, prayers for so-and-so. It's bullshit. It's so fucking fake.
Scariest thing for her was her clarity of thought. She hadn't lost it. She wasn't crazy. She wasn't self-medicating, be it through pills or through alcohol. She was absolutely sober.
Oh,
she
wow.
was completely sane. Yet, in the quiet of night, these thoughts woke her up. The thing that stopped her from seeing it through was how unfair it would be on me. After everything that had happened to my mum, and to now be put in a position of losing another woman in my life,
that would be
with a baby inside of her,
devastating.
our baby.
You don't come back from that.
I'm somewhat ashamed of the way that I dealt with it. And of course, because of the system that we were in and the responsibilities and the duties that we had a quick cuddle, and then we had to get changed.
Wow.
And I had to jump in a convoy with a police escort and drive to the Royal Albert Hall for a charity event, and then step out into a wall of cameras and pretend as though everything's okay.
Can you imagine? Could you fucking imagine? And people forget, like, these people are human beings, just like you and I, who have real feelings and emotions, and, you know, they're still human. Like, they're not these subhuman beings that, like, you know, I know people like to put them on a fucking pedestal, and, like, they don't have, like, these superpowers and shit like they thought they did back in the fucking day, where, like, the king was communing with fucking God, and I shouldn't say that, Lord forgive me, communicating with God, you know? Like, it's so interesting. So she literally told him how she was thinking about killing herself, how she was going to kill herself, and they had to get dressed and go to this thing and have all these cameras in their face because of duties. That's a lot.
There wasn't an option to say, you know what, tonight we're not going to go.
Because could you imagine
stories that come from
exactly. Just imagine they didn't show up. They didn't care about the charity. It wasn't a big deal.
In those chairs, gripping each other's hand. The moment the lights go down, Megan starts crying. I'm feeling sorry for her, but I'm also really angry with myself that we're stuck in this situation. I was ashamed that it got this bad. I was ashamed to go to my family. Crying. Because to be honest with you, like a lot of other people my age could probably relate to, I know that I'm not going to get from my family what I need.
Woo.
I then had a...
That's deep. He knew he was not going to get what he needed from his family. Because they had already asked. That's deep. Imagine, like, my family is everything. I know I can ask them for any fucking thing. And here you have this old ass establishment, years old, all this wealth, all the resources in the fucking world, and nothing? Nothing. People may be mad at me for saying this and, you know, speaking about the royal family in this light, but like, I'm just trying to show both sides of the fucking coin. Like, this is not fair. It's not okay for anybody to be talked to in such a manner. It's just not. Besides Amber Heard.
Because to be honest with you, like a lot of other people my age could probably relate to, I know that I'm not going to get from my family what I need. I then had a son who I'd far rather be solely focused on, rather than every time I look in his eyes wondering whether my wife is going to end up like my mother and I'm going to have to look after him myself.
Ooh. Jesus.
That was one of the biggest reasons.
So do y'all, like the Meghan haters, do y'all think that she's making Harry say these things? Do y'all think she's coaching him along to say these things? Or I guess the word is manipulating him into saying these things? I don't know. Like, I don't see that. Maybe I'm blind, but I just not seeing that, y'all. I'm not. Like, I was seeing some things and whatnot that, like, you know, didn't match up with her story and her background, and that was making me a little bit iffy. But then I started seeing the fucking hate she was getting, and it made me angry. Because I'm like, well, fuck.
Feeling trapped and feeling controlled through fear, both by the media and by the system itself. Damn. Which never encouraged the talking about this kind of trauma. But certainly now, I will never be bullied into silence.
Bullied into silence.
One of the biggest lessons I've ever learned in life is you've sometimes got to go back and to deal with really uncomfortable situations and to be able to process it in order to be able to heal. For me, therapy has equipped me
so he goes
to be able
therapy.
to take on anything.
Okay.
That's why I'm here now. That's why my wife is here now.
Okay. He's handling fucking business. He's caring for his wife. He's making sure she's fucking-K. What is wrong with that? Do you know how many women would want that? A man like that? Are you kidding me?
There was no option to leave. Eventually, when I made that decision for my family, I was still told, you can't do this. I was like, well, how bad does it have to get until I am allowed to do this? Well, she was going to end her life. It shouldn't have to get to that.
It should not.
Do I have any regrets? Yeah, my biggest regret is not making more of a stance earlier on in my relationship with my wife and calling out the racism when I did.
Ooh. He's saying that bluntly is racism.
Was repeating itself.
Diana's
my mother was chased to her death while she was in a relationship with someone that wasn't white.
Yeah.
And now look what's happened.
Damn. Damn. You know what? As stupid as I am, I just now made that fucking connection. Because Diana was dating Dodi Fayed. I just realized that. I just realized that, literally. Wow.
Until she dies.
Mm.
It's incredibly triggering to potentially lose another woman in my life.
Mm.
Like, so the list is growing.
Damn.
And it all comes back to the same people, the same business model, the same industry. Because my father used to say to me when I was younger, he used to say to both William and I,
so young.
Well, it was like that for me, so it's going to be like that for you.
Oh no. He's like, no.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Just because you suffered
doesn't mean I have
that your kids have to suffer.
Right. Why do you want to keep that generational
if you
shit
suffered,
going on?
do everything you can to make sure that whatever negative experiences that
exactly.
you had, that you can make it right for
your
kids.
Son. Damn.
We chose to put our mental health first.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're doing, and that's what we will continue to do.
Okay.
Isn't this all about breaking the cycle?
Yeah.
Isn't this all about making sure that history doesn't repeat itself?
Damn.
That whatever pain and suffering has happened to you, that you don't pass on?
Mm. Wow. That was deep. And that makes the meeting of the Wales, the Prince and Prince of Wales, and Meghan and Harry, when they were at the tributes, them meeting and talking together, like being together again, that just makes that so much more explosive to me. Because I had not seen this. And I think it's genuine. I don't think it's dramatics. I don't think it's theatrics. I think it's real shit. And I think that it's a lot worse than what we even know. And I don't think it's fair, the hate that Meghan's getting. And again, people are free to, you know, think how they want to think and have their perspectives. I see it in the comments, the varying, different, you know, opinions. And I'm all cool with that. I'm completely fine with that, as long as you keep it respectful. I like seeing both sides of the coin. But I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair, the treatment. So thank you, Callie Carrera on Twitter, for sending that to me. I appreciate you. That was good, because I had not seen that, and that really puts a lot more in perspective for me. So as it's getting darker here, I'm gonna wind this thing down, maybe have another smoke, figure out what's for dinner, and get ready for another day, because we gotta do this shit all over again. All over again. But I am looking forward to Friday. I'm getting my retwist. It's been 3 months now. I'm officially locked, so that's fantastic. I've been doing my moisture therapy, trying to keep the babies moisturized and whatnot. So yeah, I hope that you guys have a lovely rest of your Tuesday. Think about liking, think about subscribing. If not, I completely understand, but if you've made it to this point in this video, I appreciate you more than you will ever effing know.